Hello, my name's Matilda, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a handstand. You should start in a lunge with your arms tightly by your ears, pushing upwards. As your arms come down, your back leg should lift up, kicking up, as your front leg pushes off the ground to join it at vertical. Make sure you're looking at your hands. Then, step down into your good leg and form your lunge again. Since a handstand is quite a basic skill, the only really prerequisite is the shape. The shape you need in a handstand is straight, keeping your core squeezed in. To practice the shape, you can lie facing the ground with your arms squeezed by your ears. Now, push your shoulders into the floor and lift your stomach off the ground, engaging your core. You can't really see I'm doing it in the video, but I am lifting my stomach up at the floor. To make sure you can maintain the shape while you do your handstand, you can get someone to lever up your legs into a handstand while your hands stay flat on the ground. If your body flops or bends in the middle, you need to work on your core strength. As well as good shape, it's actually important that you're flexible enough to do the handstand. This doesn't mean that you have to be able to do the splits. When you're kicking up into the handstand, you need to be able to reach the floor to be able to get all the way up. If this is difficult, practice leg stretches like this. Another essential part of having good handstands is strength. You need good core strength to stay tight in the handstand. To work on this, you can do crunches, plank, and sit-ups. And of course, you have to have good arm and shoulder strength too. A good way to practice balancing with your arms is doing headstands. You can also try kicking up to a handstand against a wall. If you're trying this for the first time, put a cushion under your head, just in case your arms give way. If you're not quite at the stage where you can kick up to vertical, you can turn around and walk your legs up the wall, maybe having a spotter to stop you falling forwards. Lastly, there's exercises like press-ups to strengthen your arms. Now I'm going to go through some common mistakes that I see when people try handstands. The first mistake that I see all the time is people snapping or tucking their legs down. Once you've kicked up, you need to bring your legs down one at a time and go back into your lunge. The second mistake, which is also very common, is swapping your legs. If your left leg is last to leave the ground, it should be the first to come down. The next mistake is closing your shoulders. And just in case you didn't get what I mean, these are open shoulders and these are closed shoulders. So you need to make sure you keep your arms squeezed against your head all the way through. Another mistake is crouching or starting your handstand from the ground. You should always start a handstand from your upright lunge so that you have momentum to kick up, and it looks nicer too. Here are a few ways of getting out of your handstand when it goes wrong. The best way to get out is just to step to the side, but you can tuck your head in and bend your arms to roll out of it, or arch your back and go into a bridge, but do not just collapse. If you're going into a bridge, then you need to keep your arms strong. In this last section, I'm going to give you some tips on holding your handstand. The biggest tip is just to practice. Literally, to hold handstands, all you need to do is practice. You also need the shoulder strength to stay up. For this, you can see how long you can hold it against a wall. The final tip is adjusting your weight on your hands. To be able to hold the handstand, your weight needs to be on your fingers. If you can still feel most of your weight on your palm heel, then you haven't kicked up enough. Once you're in the vertical handstand, you should push with your fingers if you're leaning too far over your head, and push with your palm when you're leaning too far backwards. So those are all the tips I have. I hope my first video helped you get a better handstand. Comment, like and subscribe if it did. And if you have any problems, just talk to me in the comments. Bye!